And welcome back to Flow's Sports Fix on this Wednesday. Well, the Commonwealth Bank is set to become the largest investor in Australian women's football as the Matildas prepare for their most exciting international campaign ever to 2023 and beyond, although they'll get over the last couple of results. We know they'll get past that and do some better ones for us. We know that's coming up. The Commonwealth Bank and the sports governing body, Football Australia, they announced today that the CBA will become the official naming rights partner and bank of the national women's team, the Matildas, also the junior Matildas and young Matildas from August 2021. The initial 4-year partnership will inject millions of dollars into elite women's football and also to grassroots initiatives right around the country, and it is just the start of what is set to be an exciting new partnership. With the new Football Australia partnership, CBA believes it'll be the largest supporter of women's sport in the country, alongside its long-standing partnership and support of women's cricket, which has been spanning, I think, more than 20 years now. CBA's commitment to women's football, it supports Football Australia's Legacy 23 plan, which was announced at Parliament House in Canberra in February this year. Now, Legacy 23 is a plan to deliver immediate and long-term community benefits and economic impact from Australia, hosting the biggest sporting event on our shores since Sydney 2000. It's football's ambitious plan for our nation to grow through football and to realise enduring and exciting benefits as a result of hosting the global event, the Women's World Cup. CBA and Football Australia have committed to develop equally the inclusiveness in the game, helping players of all ages, genders and abilities to participate in one of the country's favourite sports, and this investment will take Australian women's sport right to the next level. From the CBA spokesman Danny John joins us quickly. And Danny, can you tell us about the partnership and how that will look when it launches in August this year?
From August 1, CommBank's going to become the official partner and bank of the Matildas, the junior Matildas, young Matildas and more. Beyond the naming rights, this partnership will see CommBank inject millions of dollars into the game across both elite women's football and grassroots leagues around the country. We are delighted to support the Matildas in their quest for World Cup glory, but equally, we're thrilled to be supporting the future growth and development of the game across all levels of the sport. As a consequence, CommBank will become the largest ever investor in women's football in Australia.
And Danny, why is CBA support so important for Football Australia?
CommBank believes that investing in women's football will provide greater awareness of and access to women's football across the country. CommBank is focused on building and empowering communities, and this new partnership with Football Australia will see us work together to develop equality and inclusiveness in the game, helping players of all ages, genders and abilities to participate. As a result, the new partnership with CommBank and Football Australia will provide more pathways for young players to play elite football.
And Danny, finally, why have CBA chosen to invest in women's elite sport?
We're proud that our investment will be able to support even more opportunities for women and girls to play a game they're passionate about at the highest levels. CommBank is focused on helping women take greater control of their circumstances. As one of the fastest growing participatory sports across the country, women's football is just one way we can improve equality, helping players of all ages, genders and abilities to participate.
Danny John, spokesperson for the CBA. Also joining us, Sarah Walsh, and Sarah is the head of Women's Football, Women's World Cup Legacy and Inclusion at Football Australia and a former professional athlete with the Westfield Matildas. And Sarah, what does this investment mean for women and women's football?
As the Matildas prepare their campaign for the FIFA Women's World Cup that will be hosted here in Australia in 2023, we're delighted to partner with CommBank, who appreciates the importance of women's football. Women's football is one of the fastest growing sports across the country, and the investment from CommBank means we can work together to expand the game at all levels further into the future. At Football Australia, we're also aiming to achieve gender parity in football participation by 2027. Investment into and support of women's football by CommBank will help us to achieve this important target.
And Sarah, what advice do you have for young girls and boys wanting to get into sport and into football?
My advice to young girls and boys wanting to get into sport and football is just to give it a go. You'll learn all new life skills, power and importance of friendships, collaboration, resilience, dedication will all be learned through the power of football and sport. Football is such a diverse, multicultural, engaging and unifying sport. And at the youth and beginner level, it's about having fun. Grassroots and community seasons around the country are commencing this month. So now is a fantastic time for kids to visit playfootball.com.au and find a local club. There are 1.96 million football participants in Australia, and as we build towards the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand in 2023, there has never been a better time to get involved with this game.
Sarah Walsh, Head of Women's Football, the Women's World Cup Legacy and Inclusion at Football Australia, and former professional athlete with the Westfield Matildas, joining us, and also Danny Johns, CBA spokesperson. That website that Sarah was talking about, if you want to find out more about it and about the article, footballaustralia.com.au. Follow the links and find a team and get involved in playing the World Game. We love it. We love all sport here, but we love football and all whatever code it might be. But if you want to know more about the Matildas, you want to know about the Junior Matildas, then you can find it all by going to the website footballaustralia.com.au.